In its 11th year, this is GabNet. Talk like you've never heard it before.
Hey, everybody, live from Harlem in New York City. It's Alex, and it's the Ramble. There she is, ladies and gentlemen, the lovely and attractive Lori Thompson. Lori, you're turning to your side. Is there a reason for that?
That's so you can get my charming Bill Falsey profile.
Look at that. Look at that.
I knew you'd see. I thought I'm going to do this today for the entertainment value. Vanity be damned. It'll give. It's like when you pause something and it goes, and you get somebody with their mouth open. Like mine is doubly hilarious because you get.
Well, you can do something about it. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Let me look here.
Oh, I got the gizmos. The lighted vibrating lamps.
Oops, no, I just turned off my camera. I didn't want to do that.
Oh, man, Akati, we're all going to die.
Okay, here we go. Wait a minute. Hold on a second.
Here we go.
Here's what you can do. See?
Let's do
So
that works.
I can teach you how to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, you can also be we can make you a kitty cat.
Well, that's a little too close to the metaphor.
How about a cow? How about a cow?
I don't see myself as a cow. Do you have a cute pig?
Do I have a cute pig? Let me see here. No.
No cute pigs?
No,
well,
I have this.
That might work. See,
I have this. You'd look good as that.
That I would go with. I like the pink and the turquoise.
Yeah, but I made this one because it looks like me, see?
Oh, I see. It does look like you.
Yeah. But anyway, so that's it. You can do it. You can do it by going to background and effects.
Okay, really?
And it will replace you with one of those characters.
Wow, see, I learned something new. It's not a lot.
Also, you can make up your own as well. Yeah. So
I can manifest the creature within.
The creature within, exactly.
Yeah, but
it probably is better than it was a week ago, right?
It is, but I've thrown everything I can at it, like those vibrating things with the colors.
Yeah.
Color for what to get your lymphatic system going. It kind of processes your lymph nodes, and then one is cyan, and it will take away inflammation. And
cyan. You mean cayenne pepper, like you got in your spices?
No, I mean CYAN. It's a color. It's on
color. Oh, okay.
It's on that turquoise and green spectrum, and so I've been using that and the purple. So hopefully, I'm doing everything I can.
But Rick's moved out because he's horrified, right?
Oh, well, no, right. No, he's the one. He did, though, get right on the internet on Amazon and ordered me this, like everything known to man. He
is so good to you.
He is.
He is like, you don't have to worry about him. He's okay. He's there.
He is. He delivers my mail,
Yeah. But how long do they think this is going to last? Because I know Ralph Nader had it. You said George Clooney had it?
George Clooney, when he was a teenager. Can you imagine when your attention to your appearance is probably higher than it's ever going to be?
Yeah.
The teenager he had
It's a fairly common thing that people get.
Yeah, and I have the theory that during those peer-conscious teens, that's the reason, and George Clooney had to deal with that. That's the reason he's so down to earth. It gave him like a radar onto authenticity.
I think that's a good point. Yeah.
My dad had it, and he wasn't a vain person. I mean, he always was meticulously groomed, but he wasn't a vain person. But when he got help for it was when he met a family, and a little boy was scared of him. And he said, "That's not a pet I want to have. I'm a people person. And so he got some attention for it. But I think it's even my oncologist said that it's a very, very mysterious ailment. And because it doesn't have life threatening implications, they don't study
They
it.
don't do anything about it.
No, they don't.
There are medicines for it, though. You are taking what?
I took steroids, a course of steroids,
Yeah.
and of course a viral inflammation reducing.
And has that helped? I mean, was this worse than it is right now?
No, it's better than it was.
Oh,
It
okay.
was-
Because
yeah,
when you first showed yourself to me before we started here, I started laughing.
you laugh for a full 2 minutes. Yeah.
You know, if you smile, it shows up because one side of your mouth smiles and the other side of your mouth droops.
Exactly. My other's right. It's like they're at war, and one's really inactive and reinforced, and the other side's
to my right, it's your it's
to my right.
to your which side of the face is it?
This is the side.
Really, I thought it was the other side.
Really? That's funny. Ricky said that too. He said you're sometimes.
You know why? I'll tell you why. Because probably the Bell's palsy keeps you from really getting expression on that side of your face, while the other side of your face does. So I felt it was the other side.
Yeah, it often you'll often have a hard time remembering, even if you're looking in the mirror, because it's just a weird thing. I mean, and I've had Botox on my forehead before. I'm not going to mess with it right now. But I was thinking, you can't get Bell's palsy. You seldom get it twice. But at least with the mumps is more fair. You can get it on both sides at once, and it's out of the way. I mean, you may be sterile.
I never had mumps.
You're lucky. It can make boys sterile. That was the folk legend.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Guys were really treated differently when they had the mumps.
Oh, really? I never got the mumps. And I never thought I got chicken pox. But I did. I'm sure I had proof in later life that I did. What happened was my girlfriend got chicken pox. And she said, well, you're going to get it because, we're kissing a lot and hugging a lot and doing a few other things a lot.
I was going to say.
And I said, no, I don't know. I don't feel it. And I never got it. She was always saying, oh, you're going to get it for sure.
Well, people tend to think it's symptomatic, like you have the little rash on your body all over, but that's.
Well, here's what I determined. Then later on, I got, what do they call it, where you're...
You got it?
Huh? No. The swelling, and it can actually make you go blind. I'm trying to remember. Come on. No, see, I'm an old man. I can't remember anything anymore.
It's not pink eye.
No, it wasn't pink eye. No, it was, oh, God.
An eye infection?
No, I got it down here under my eye. And I went to a doctor, and he said, you have blah, blah, blah. And thank God you got to me today, because tomorrow you might go blind.
Whoa, macular degeneration?
No, it was, oh God, what is it?
And usually I'm good at this game. I love this game, but I gotta have more to work with.
Okay, what happens is they have a vaccine for it now. You get a shot for it.
Boy, if they have a vaccine for Bell's palsy, I'd be the first one.
No. But there, you get your shots, and you get one against this. And what it is, sometimes it's big, painful sores on your body or on your back. Shingles.
Okay.
So I got shingles.
Now
you don't get shingles unless you had smallpox.
Smallpox.
Yes.
Chickenpox.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Smallpox should be dead.
You'd be dead, man. You'd be dead.
Yeah. When they say bring out the dead, they just haul you out there and throw you in the wagon.
Yeah.
But anyway, no. But I had smallpox or chickenpox. I didn't have chickenpox, but apparently I did. I must have gotten a version of it where I didn't get sick or feel it, or I might have been sick, but I didn't know that's what it was.
Yeah, you didn't have the symptoms, which are usually a rash.
But I couldn't get shingles unless I had chickenpox.
Yeah, that's true.
Chickenpox.
Yeah, that's true too. Wow. Yeah, but you can get the vaccine against shingles, that's a godsend, because you don't want to get shingles, right? It's pretty painful.
Yeah, no, this was very painful.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't know if you remember, it was while I was still, I think it was while I was still working there, maybe not. But
Really?
but but
Vaguely.
I got
Vaguely.
this thing and it was horrible, and I didn't know what it was. And my girlfriend up in I was up in the country, up in
Aaron
Sonoma.
Bolinus.
No, in Sonoma.
Oh,
I had girlfriends everywhere.
you
Okay.
did. You had them. I used to have a good geographical map.
Yeah. But
And it's-
anyway, she was working for a doctor, and she said, "Well, I'll take you to see him." The only big business he had was marijuana recommendations.
That's what. Okay, I knew that we're talking.
Yeah.
That's a popular drug there.
Yeah. And so I went to him, and he looked at me, so, because he was a doctor anyway,
Yeah.
and he didn't say rub some marijuana on it, And he said, "You got shingles." He said, "Glad you came to me today, because if you didn't get to me, or you didn't get to a doctor, you could have gone blind in a couple of days from that."
Whoa. Yeah.
So he gave me a prescription. I went to the store. I took it, and within a couple of days, it went away.
Great.
But I mean, he said, "Have you ever had chicken pox?" And I went, "No." He said, "Well, you did."
Yeah. Because we tend to equate it with the things we equate with having had childhood diseases are often a rash, or just some kind of like noticeable, visible thing.
Right.
And if you live chances are, if you were interacting with other children at any point, which school does,
Yeah.
you've had chicken pox. Yeah,
Yeah.
but at least you didn't get sick with it. So that's good.
No, I was fine. But I was in pain. It was great.
Yeah.
A lot of pain.
Yeah, well, and I know that measles, there was a long-held notion that measles were bad on your eyes, and so you should wear dark glasses.
Well,
And so-
David Letterman went off the air for like a week or two because he got shingles under his eye, just like me.
yeah.
And it doesn't look pretty.
No, it doesn't look pretty. It doesn't feel pretty.
Yeah, so he took a couple of weeks off. But, it was so, what you've gotten here, they don't, as you say, they don't understand it that well.
Yeah,
That was,
my cancer doctor said, I asked her about this, and she said, nobody really knows about it. We don't know really how to cure it. There's no vaccine for it. There's no.
Well, they do know with the steroids that they can mitigate it.
That's what I did. Of course, steroids are awful. I've never been on them.
Yeah.
And you bloat up. You can just like glance at a pancake and you will bloat up like a toad.
No, I didn't know that. Because I've taken them. I took, what did you take? You probably took the same.
Prednisone.
Yeah, prednisone.
Yeah.
I've taken it on several occasions.
And it didn't make you swell up like a toad?
No. But then again, I'm a guy and I don't care.
That's right. I don't care.
If I look like a toad, I could be a prince who,
That's what you walk around going.
That was the first joke. By the way, that was the first joke I ever learned.
What?
My father loved me dearly. He also loved to make me an object of, what can we call it, of showbiz, of showmanship and humor.
Yeah.
So he taught me a joke. And then when he would invite friends over, I would tell the joke.
Mm-hmm.
And the joke was the following joke. A princess is walking through the forest one day when she happens upon a frog. And the frog says, "Hey," and she turns around and goes, "A talking frog? I never heard of this." He says, "Well, I'm not really a frog. I'm a handsome prince. But if you take me home tonight and leave me under your pillow, you'll wake up the next morning and I will be a handsome prince." So she says, "What the hell? I'll do it." So she takes the frog home, takes it up to her room, and has dinner, does whatever. And then she goes upstairs to go to sleep, and she puts the frog under the pillow.
Cool.
And the next morning, she wakes up, and sure enough, right there in bed with her is a handsome, handsome prince. And do you know, to this day, her parents don't believe the story?
Now that's a good joke.
Yeah, okay. So he had me tell this joke at parties, and I didn't know why they were laughing.
That because you would tell them like around the age of 11.
No, I was less than that. I was like 8. I was like
Yeah.
7. So
And the
I tell this
sexual-
story. I didn't know why him being in the bed with her. To this day, her parents don't believe her. But I just told the joke, and
sexual innuendo goes right over your head.
I had great timing too. It was amazing.
See,
But
so
anyway,
do.
anyway, so that's the first joke I ever learned.
That's a good one for a kid.
And I remember
Not
it
so dirty.
it's funny. I remember it to this day.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's nice because you're not scarring the child, by telling something that's really outrageously X-rated that they'll have to live with when they do know
Well,
what
this
it's
is what my
about.
father did with me. Okay.
You
Rather
really
than
told.
take me out hunting. All right.
Right.
You know.
Because he was a musician. He was a violinist, wasn't he?
He was a violinist, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and it was what we did, So it was a nice thing my father did for me.
Took you out to the woods.
No, he didn't take me out to the woods. If he took me out to the woods, he'd take me out there to teach me a joke.
That was better than the woods, I think, or in your case.
Well, this is why I was such a I wasn't a screwed up kid, but I was not socially acceptable to the rest of my friends.
Well, you weren't manly enough because you were into the arts.
Because
That's exactly
my father took me to he never took me to the opera. He hated opera. Because he worked the opera every now and then. He said he couldn't stand the opera because why don't they just say what they're singing?
Yeah, why don't they say what they mean? Stop with the tune.
It's not like it's a song and it has a rhyme to it and it's a love song or whatever. This is just them saying, I'm going to go downtown and I'm going to, it's just, he
Get
thought
a malted.
He thought it was stupid, but he'd take me to the ballet and he would take me to the symphony. And that was what I grew up loving and enjoying, and that was what my father did instead of throw a baseball at me.
Well, see, that's what you look for when you're a girl in high school.
Uh-huh.
Look for a guy who's into the arts because they make the best husbands. They do fun
Really?
things and they're not macho. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a good sense of humor most generally.
Is Rick into the arts?
I think I deviated from that.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, let's move on to other stuff.
He can fix things. And
Yeah.
he's very organized.
He's very organized.
When it comes time to do the taxes, he said, "Honey, sign this," and then that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Those are
No, that's
taxable.
fine.
As long as my hands working that day.
I have a business manager that I pay about $3,000 a year, and
Yeah.
he says, "Here are your taxes."
That's a bargain, man. I didn't know that you could get a business manager for $3,000, or I would have had your business manager.
Well, he does my taxes basically, and occasionally he will solve problems for me if I have a problem with like American Express or something. Like we're
Yeah.
going on this vacation, and one of our cards didn't work because I suddenly realized that the Chase card probably has a limit on it.
Yeah, you can call them ahead though, and say, "I'm going to Greece. Would you increase my limit?" And they will.
But also what I did is I just had him put it on the American Express because there is no limit on American Express.
I love American Express for that reason.
So anyway, I didn't get the miles, but I got some money,
That's
So
moolah.
yeah, one is a United Chase credit card that I get miles.
Yeah.
So I thought, hey, I'm going to be spending $25,000 on this trip.
I'm getting some mileage.
Nah. So I put it on the American Express, and the American Express pays me money for money I spend. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See, all this reward stuff is a phenomenon
Yeah.
of the last 50 years.
Uh-huh.
And you need, they should start giving college degrees and credit cards, just so you can know what the rewards are with this one, what the rewards are with this one, what you
Well,
can use.
I wish I didn't have to use a credit card. But
Well-
it's gotten to the point now. I thought the other day I had like $100 and $20 bills in my pocket. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's 5.
Yeah.
I thought you meant you had
and
a
that, I put that in there about 3 months ago. I went
Yeah.
back to look at it. I still have all the money. Why? I never spend money anymore.
It's all plastic.
It's all
La
plastic.
plastique.
Yeah, and so I don't just use the plastic. And
Yeah, I think and now it's accepted everywhere. When I
Yeah.
remember when we first went to Europe to do the show for
Mm-hmm.
Coca-Cola, I had an American Express, which was accepted most places in Europe.
Oh
Nearly
yeah,
every
yeah,
place in
yeah.
Europe. Yeah, but it wasn't accepted a lot of places here in the States. So,
What you have to do though is before you leave to go on vacation, you got to call your credit cards and tell
Yeah.
them that I'm going to Europe. I'm going to spend a lot of money over there. Don't worry about it.
yeah.
Otherwise, they won't accept it necessarily.
This
you
is
know.
true. And see, I even call my bank, which is where I do everything anyway. But it's a tiny bank in Bloomington, Illinois called Parkland.
Mm-hmm.
And I still have it. And I have my personal banker, Nancy
Nancy.
Hammerman, yes, who's a saint.
Yeah.
And when my roommate in Florida was stealing checks from me, he wrote one to himself. Oh, yeah. When I lived in Key West, he wrote one to himself for $10,000. And my Nancy called me and said, Lord, we have a check here. I said, well, I don't really write many checks. What's the amount? She said, it's for $10,000. And she told me the name. And I thought, that's my roommate, and he stole that checkbook.
Wow.
Yeah, it was so. But Nancy caught it. Everybody needs a Nancy in their life, and I didn't have to honor it. Of course, he got picked up that very night.
Really? Yeah.
Because he had done it to other people all over town.
Oh, geez. Yeah,
Yeah,
well, I mean, but anyway, I like to. You should. I probably gonna have Gary call American Express and tell them we're
Gary.
going on vacation. You
Yeah.
know, and also Chase, we're going on vacation. You know,
Yeah.
and those two cards should be used. Those are the only two cards I have. I think Gary probably has some other cards that I have, but he never uses them. Okay, so
Yeah. Well, that's what I have, a debit card, but there's a lot of money in the
debits are different. Debits will always go through because
Yeah.
as long as the money is there,
right.
you know,
So I generally use that,
you're cool.
and it works. And you said you're going to Greece, man. You'll have go to Ephesus. Like hang out
No,
in-
we were going to go to Ephesus, but that's not one of the stops now.
What you would go to?
We're going. I don't know. We just it got
Speaking
to the
of-
point where I just said, let's just take anything. And so this was a Greek tour, the Greek in Croatia.
Oh, Croatia's a blast. It's like we went there.
Really? Because I don't plan to get off the boat. All right.
Really, it's really pretty, and it's like a shrunken down jewel. I mean, it has a lot of the offerings of a major city with none of the drawbacks
Oh,
of a
really?
major country.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we got what's called a brilliant suite.
Oh, look at you, all brilliant. Yeah, as you're sitting on your veranda terrace.
Well, we have a terrace, but then there's also a special place for us to go called Richard's Lounge. I mean, it's a place on the deck
yeah,
that people
like
who don't have the better suites and everything, it can't go.
Yeah, you get when you're a sweet person, you get all kinds of VIP things.
We get a whole free liquor cabinet.
Yeah, well, for you, you're such a boozer.
Yeah, it's really going to do good for me, and
Right.
it's alcohol basically. And Marjorie likes her wine, so I don't know how we get her wine.
You tell them you want wine. You tell
Yeah.
them what kind. You tell them what winery.
And now that they're asking me to choose my meals, my restaurants I want to go to while I'm on the boat, and I haven't done it yet. You know,
Choose a few of them. Find a cuisine you like, obviously, but then just choose a few of them.
yeah, the boat holds 2,700 people.
That's not bad.
It's
That's
not bad.
that
People tell me you
small.
go on these boats and you really don't feel there are that many people there.
You don't. I
And
mean,
plus,
almost
but we're going to have our own little room, and it's got a beautiful bathroom.
great. The suites are a
with
whole
a
other
stand
world.
up with a side room that's a shower. It's got
Yeah.
one of those big, rainfall
Exactly.
showers. Yeah.
Yeah, because
So-
I mean, the shower. That's what I noticed. It didn't bother me because I'm not that tall, but the showers tend to be cramped.
I know.
And-
That's why, when you told me the bathrooms are not huge,
Yeah.
I
not
decided I should do something about that. So.
slightly bigger than a postage stamp.
Yeah,
But
so
the
we pay
suites
the extra money. Hell with it. We don't have we
Spend it,
haven't
man.
we haven't been
Spend it.
spending this money, except it is going down a bit because we are spending more on food and things like that. But
Yeah.
outside of that, I mean, Gary may have to go into our stocks to pull some out to pay
Well,
for
that's
stuff.
what they're for.
That's what they're for.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Marjorie's selling her place, so
Which will get a bundle.
we'll get about after taxes and everything else, we'll get about 300,000 or something. So we're so set for life. We got to start taking trips.
You do, man. I mean, how just spend. You can spend with impunity at this point.
Marjorie wants our next trip to be, and this will be an expensive one, the Galapagos Islands.
Yeah, and spend every splurge. Go for every splurge.
No, we're flying what they call premium economy. Well,
Which is
yeah,
an
it's a
oxymoron.
contradiction in terms,
Yeah.
but it's premium economy, and we took it going to Paris. It's expensive. It's about $4,500 a piece round trip.
Not too bad.
It's just a couple of seats in that section, and they're only like two across. In other words, very comfortable. Very
Yeah.
comfortable.
And if we sound slightly elitist talking this way, it's not. You and I were not raised with money.
I have not been raised with money. No, this is the most
No.
money I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, and I was, and Rick planned. He has been planning for.
I mean, this
retirement.
is the first time we can look at each other, Marjorie and I, and say we're millionaires.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, that's what. I'm married to one, so it's his millions. But
Well, he was a stockbroker, right?
he was with Merrill Lynch his entire
yeah.
career, but he was a compliance officer, and he had some position there.
A good friend of ours was with Merrill Lynch, and retired. He had a stroke or something, and then he retired. But his retirement was terrific. He had a lot of money.
Merrill Lynch was one of those companies that you used to read about. They took such good care of their people. They really bred them to be lifelong employees that were part of a family, which is, bandied around, but it's not true anymore. But Merrill Lynch really was one of those great old guard companies until, they got purchased by Bank of America, and now they're a conglomerate.
Now they're just, they're like McDonald's. Yeah.
But he got a killer retirement package. Plus, he was introduced to all kinds of financial products that he could use to save for retirement. And
Well, you see, he knows what he's doing with his money in retirement. I have no idea what I'm doing with mine. I turned all my money over to a guy here in New York that Gary turned us on to because he's a good friend of Gary's. Oh, we're running way over time. To hell with it.
Is his name Madoff? That guy.
No, he's not Madoff, but he's made us money.
Good.
Since we went with him, we've made about $65,000. And that's with the way the market's been going up and down, up and down, up and down.
Crazy. It's crazy.
But he did a good job for us, and I'm happy about that. Hey, listen, we've run out of time here. Oh,
Dang it, Jim.
I don't want to stop talking to you.
I know. Then I missed you, and here's why.
Well, last week she wasn't on with us, but I ran a rerun.
Yeah, because I thought,
But you look fine.
Oh, God,
I mean,
fine is what other people tell you.
I laughed a little at the beginning because
It's different.
It's different,
Yeah.
but once you get used to it, it's not a problem.
Yeah, I don't want to get used to it.
Plus, one of the biggest Batman villains was Two-Face.
See,
So,
I have a career. I have a Marvel career in front of me.
No, that was DC.
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 See, I'm not comic savvy.
Yeah, but it was
That's
Two-Face, and half his face was like horrible. The other half of his face was terrific.
I'm a huge shoe-in.
I figured I would see something worse, but I haven't.
Did you? Okay, good.
Yeah, no, you look great. You look terrific.
Get your checks in the mail.
No, and as the weeks go on, it's going to get better and better. So, yeah.
Yeah, I want it to get the best it can be because a lot of people have residual effects. and I'm not going to be. I don't want to be one of those people. So I'm using that vibrator. Boom, 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 boom. Purple, cyan, vanquish.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's our outside of my wife. I have to say that otherwise. Yeah. My favorite woman in the whole world.
Yeah, I love you, man.
I love you too, dear. And we'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Now, in its 11th year, this is GabNet. Talk like you've never heard it before.
Yeah, there's Lori Thompson. That's an old Lori Thompson, actually. It's from a couple of months ago. I had one that we hadn't used, and somehow I think I erased it or something. I don't know. But anyway, I thought I'd rerun that. We may have to rerun things every now and then with Lori, because like today, she was supposed to talk to me, and we were supposed to do one of these things, and she couldn't do it because she said she's been deathly ill on this cruise. Yes, deathly ill. She said that she has been, I guess, really sick, from this cruise. And that doesn't bode well for the fact that after we're through in San Francisco, she's got another 2 months of this cruise. So anyway, she's going back to Florida the next couple of days, which she's planning on doing anyway. So, I'm getting double vision, and I don't understand why. Maybe my brain is kind of off. Hold on a second. Let me close my eyes, and let me move my eyes around, and I'm still seeing. Well, I'm not seeing as double as I was. Anyway, let's start bringing in some of these people here who want to be part of our little show. And there we go. Okay, here we go. There's Charlie Wallace, and there is Kevin. Kind of part of Kevin. Yeah, there's Brian Neary, ladies and gentlemen. Our old friend.
My screen is so weird.
You know what the problem is?
Looks like it's a horror movie, and somebody's going to come running out the back.
Why don't you maybe you need to? You know what you may need to do is clean your
49er.
Lens. Clean your lens.
Yeah, I was doing that.
That might be it. Yeah.
That might be.
I remember the whole Tony thing. Remember his?
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Yeah. It looks better now. Now you look great.
Yeah.
Well,
You see? Okay. Is that cool or what?
yes.
Okay,
I'm here for my lashings. Go ahead.
You're here for your what?
My lashings.
Your lashings.
Yeah, all these guys were against my Eagles. Everyone on the screen. Even Tom.
Oh, really?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, see. No, my Eagles, they have some work to do. They already started some work. They already fired some people, so I'm happy.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about, to be honest.
I know. It's your sports Emmy.
You didn't watch the playoffs last weekend.
Yeah, you didn't watch the games, Alex? My gosh.
No. They said that the ratings on the what do you call it, on the Golden Globes was lower than last year's, and a lot of people went, no shit, they were against football games.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's
the playoffs going. Who's going to watch arts?
I didn't know there were football games, but that's But
I
anyway.
always record those. I always record those shows and just go back through it really quick to see if anything exciting.
Yeah. By the way, I have something to announce.
Oh.
Okay.
You're pregnant.
Huh?
You're pregnant? Marjorie's pregnant?
Marjorie's pregnant.
Ms.
Yeah, she's
Rose.
about ready to have.
Except me.
Huh? What were you saying? Wait, what are you saying, Alan?
Oh, he's frozen.
Oh, he's frozen or something. Well, we'll lose him in a moment. Anyway, a little extra news. So I get a call from our producer of our show in San Francisco,
Len LaFrisco.
Len LaFrisco, who's doing a brilliant job of this, And he says, guess what? And I said, what? They said, the show that goes on right after ours, canceled.
Yes.
Oh.
And they
All
want you
right.
to do another show, a second show.
Oh, not a second show.
What are you thinking?
Just do a long one. Do one long one.
That's
Make
what
it
I
longer.
wanted to do, but we mentioned that to them, and they said, "No, we'd rather you do another show."
Yeah, you want to do
These
it.
guys are greedy, you know. But the
But the
reason,
stuff stuff you guys are gonna talk about and ad lib and talk like that, to go to a second show and talk again about the same things.
we're not going to talk. We'll talk. We're all doing this ad lib anyway.
Yeah.
You know, so it's I mean, the only thing is some of the acts may be the same. Bubs might be doing the same material, but he's been doing it for the last 40 years. So let me see here. And Bobby is going to be just talking with me, so it'll be different for both shows. You know.
We ought to get a discount since he's not going to be telling jokes.
Well, he's going to be telling jokes just in a different format. He just didn't want to stand up there and do an act.
wrong.
He wanted to just talk with me and do an act. You get me? He froze again.
Take him off the show.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Anyway, so but anyway, so then I said to them, I said, well, suppose some people would like to turn in their tickets for the first show and go to the second show. And they said, we can't do that.
No, it's got to be due to popular demand.
Yeah,
You're adding the show.
Yeah, well, what's happening is I have no control over this show. But when they asked to do another show, I figured, it's double the money for all the people who are doing the show.
Yeah.
So I would rather, I didn't want to rob them of that. Okay? I still get a little more money too, but I'm going to lose money anyway. So the only people making money out of this are,
So if we go to the first show, do we get kicked out for the second one?
Yes.
Or do we just hide under the table?
Well, if you're
No,
not-
never mind, Tom.
Backstage.
Tom doesn't know.
your microphone's too loud, by the way.
Way too loud.
Alan, yeah.
Mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 2 strikes, Alan.
Over
2
modulation.
strikes.
I'm having
Check it
problems with your show tonight. I'll fix it.
I'm having problems with your call tonight. How's that?
Neener.
Anyway, so so I asked him. I said, can we do something where people wanted to just trade tickets to the later show? They could do it, and they said we can't do that.
Yeah, that'd be a nightmare.
So,
Well, I don't know if it would be a nightmare. I mean, it could be done, but they don't want to do it. Okay. So we have to sell out a second show in 2 weeks. I don't know if that second show is going to sell out, but
well, I think I'll buy. I saw on your website that there's a second show. I went to Cobb's website, and it says the second show has been canceled. They were talking about the other people, and but they can't buy-
Tomorrow that will go up.
Good. Then I'll go ahead and buy tickets to that too. And then people like Brian and Lynn and stuff that need an extra ticket, I'll figure something
Well,
out.
listen, Brian, if you want to come to the second show, you can come to it. You're already coming to the first one for free,
Yeah.
right? We'll let you in on the second one too. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, but he wants his girlfriend there.
And
Forgot me for the first one. Get me in the second one.
did you pay for the first one?
Yeah, he forgot me.
Oh, okay. So maybe we'll get you to get on. It will give you a ticket for the second one. Is it just you, or you and your wife?
No, just me.
Just you. Okay. So
He wants to enjoy the show.
I'll tell Len 2 tickets for
Be like Ticketmaster, not hold off 1 ticket. You got to buy 2.
Yeah, right.
That's what they do. You're stranding someone. That's what they do now.
What do they do? What do they say? What?
If you buy 1 seat, they get all bent out of shape. If you buy, it's like there's 3 seats in the row and you buy 1, or you buy 2, you're stranding 1 seat, and they don't like that.
I like that because I've gone to a couple shows and I've just got 1 seat and I've gotten a really, really good seat for very inexpensive when they're reselling them on Ticketmaster.
Boy, I hate all these people, man.
Ticketmaster sucks big time.
Yeah.
They're just,
If I
And
were
the
doing a
fees.
show myself, I don't think I would go through Ticketmaster.
you have no choice. You got Brown
No
Bag.
way.
Brown Bag is a little dinky one. And that was the whole thing they went to the legislature for, is because they were accused of being a monopoly. They got Live Nation, they got Ticketmaster, all those are umbrella under Ticketmaster.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, they own everything, including venues.
They're not allowed to do that.
They're not allowed, but they're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
They still own venues? Because I know they did own, what did they own in San Francisco? They own the Punchline.
Yeah,
I
they
believe.
might. I know they own some big venues. Like I thought there was one in Atlanta, Georgia. You know, the big arenas, like not Mercedes-Benz Arena or whatever, but one of those big venues. They own a lot of them. A couple of them in New York too, I'm sure.
And how much does Ticketmaster charge you for a ticket?
Depends on what it is.
Like my show, they give you money back, right?
Yeah, I think so. Refund.
Right.
Uber credit, everything.
You give them $35 for the ticket, and they give you $40 in food credit to McDonald's.
I
I
see.
just bought some tickets.
They're pretty rough.
Wow. Well, you see, everybody makes money except Alex. Everybody makes money in this respect. Ticketmaster makes money. Sketchfest makes money. And Cobb's, they have a 2-drink minimum. So they make money. What?
What are
Ticketmaster show?
Huh?
I don't remember. Is your show Ticketmaster show?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at my wallet here to see
Definitely.
what it was.
Somebody had to explain to me
Does
how
it
to
say
work.
ticket?
Oh, it is. It sure is. Holy crap. They might own Cobb's.
What's up?
Oh, guess who's
Oh, look.
What's up?
There
Dad
she is.
decided to take you to Hawaii, and he was just telling us about it.
Yeah, how'd you like Hawaii, Adrian?
I loved it.
I was told that the last time you were there, you were just a baby, so you don't even remember it.
Just a baby.
Yeah. Your dad's going to get you a place of your own there in a couple weeks, so you can go visit whenever you want.
Okay, bye-bye.
Can you Robux now?
Can you do one thing?
What?
Can you put your stuff from the wash into the dryer and put a little sheet in there?
No, you told me to come down and then you give me Robux.
Bye. Okay, hold on. I had to censor her.
Okay.
We don't use those sheets in the dryer because Marjorie is allergic.
I am too.
Oh, wow.
It's
Yeah.
called contact dermatitis.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm allergic to them also. And if somebody else has used it on them and they want to give you a hug, if you hug them, you get contact from their
Same
clothes
thing. Oh, wow.
onto
Really?
you, and so it's the same thing.
Well, we use the unscented wash
So do I.
detergent, and
So do
there
I.
are there unscented fabric softeners, but they
Somebody
still
said
have
there is,
chemicals
but
in them. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a lot of nasty chemicals in there that's not good for you.
Gee, we don't hear about that from RFK, do we?
No, we don't.
You know, so.
No, I use all or Tide, free and clear, no scent, no coloring and stuff
Right.
like that. The good thing about the dryer sheets is they smell so bad. So somebody that's coming at you from 10 feet away, you can smell it. So my mother wants to hug me, and she says, "Why don't you ever hug me?"
Yeah.
Because you use dryer sheets, and then it gets all over me. I've got to go home and shower, change my clothes.
Why don't we put out a new brand called Stinkies, which you put them in there and it makes the clothes smell so bad that nobody wants to get next to you.
And Donald Trump, I think Ray owns that.
Well, he's one of the scents, you know, it's Trump scent.
Right. Trump's personal cologne.
Yeah,
Smells
so-
like dog shit.
Yeah. So how you doing, Tom?
I'm doing okay. I thought maybe you'd like to talk about death tonight.
Yeah.
Talk about people who died.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
People that die.
Let's see here.
We got people who died. People in the Bay Area who died.
Oh, really? Well,
Well, I got one.
Noticed.
I know one.
Well,
Weird.
Well, yeah,
The big
Bob
one.
Weir. I mean, that
Yeah,
was
Bob
a big one.
Bob
But
Weir. We know
but-
Bob Weir. Yeah.
But Alex doesn't like the Grateful Dead, so we will not go
No,
there.
I didn't say I didn't like the Grateful Dead.
Yes,
I just
you did.
no.
Yes, you
I
did.
never was a fan of theirs.
You weren't a
Neither
fan.
was
You didn't
neither
like
was I. Good quality in you.
it. Anyway,
Anyway.
the latest tonight is Doug McConnell.
Doug McConnell had a dog,
Mac and Muttley.
Mac and Muttley was the name of the show, and there was this cute dog, and there was Mac, and he was, and I one time I had him on my show and said, which one's Mac and which is Muttley? You know, but.
And then the time that you brought Bobby Slayton on, and you with that Muttley, and you said, Bobby, this is Muttley. Muttley, this is Bobby.
Yeah, this was a dog.
Bobby,
Wait a minute. First of all, let me just mention to people who don't know who this is. This was a show on television in San Francisco with a guy and his dog named Muttley. Go ahead.
No, but tell him.
Muttley or Bobby, Muttley has a series. Remember that?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Well, I said Bobby,
Yeah, so they would
Muttley,
put, like,
Muttley, Bobby,
Muttley-
Bobby. Muttley has a series.
Yeah.
That's Barry. Was
Like,
that Barry backwards?
would go scuba diving. They had special scuba diving gear.
Yes,
for
they did it. Yeah, Muttley. They almost drowned that dog on several occasions. Yeah. What were you going to say, Brian?
Oh, I said, was he Barry at Backroads? Was
Yeah,
that him?
he did
yes.
Barry after Jerry Graham. He took over.
Okay, yeah.
Backroads.
I like that show because when you live in the area like this, you never really go certain places, and it's pretty cool to see other hiking places and nice.
So in recent years, he's been working on Channel 4, and that's where I saw the obit was Channel 4 posted it.
How old
died
was he?
Tuesday. It doesn't say. It doesn't say. I don't say. But also, who died on Tuesday was Scott Adams.
Scott Adams, who was Dilbert.
Dilbert.
Dilbert,
right.
and he was a major asshole.
Yeah.
Oh,
He was really. I'll tell you, when he was first came out in the '90s, I was a big Dilbert fan. I mean, because I had started working office job, and it just like anyone who works an office job can relate to Dilbert Uber.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
But the problem was he drank the Trump Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
He didn't drink just the Trump Kool-Aid. I mean, he was a racist. He was an out-and-out racist.
Yeah, he drank it by the pitcher.
I mean, some people are called racists, and maybe they are, maybe they aren't, but people call him a racist. This guy was. I mean, 100%. You listen to what he had to say, and it was so racist it was ridiculous.
Yeah, that's why he ended up losing his.
And he had this group
he
had this group that used to meet or something, and they used to talk about how horrible black people were and things like that. You know,
He was on the news one time. They were interviewing him for something 10 years ago, and he says, "My friends and I, we went somewhere in San Francisco or something like that, and a group of," and he used the N-word, people came at us, and so we crossed the street. It is, and the guy that was interviewing him said, "Did they do anything to you? Why did you have to cross the street?" And he says, "Because they're all thieves and stuff like that." And I thought, boy, turn the TV off, change the channel. This guy's an asshole.
Well, he ended up losing his they canceled it.
They took him out of newspapers.
They canceled him a couple months ago.
I burned all my Dilbert.
And so he died of prostate cancer, age 68. Actually,
Hopefully he suffered for a long time.
Yes, it was a long.
Well,
long
he
battle.
he had prostate cancer, which had spread. Prostate cancer is manageable as long as it hasn't spread.
Right.
And in his case, he didn't even have anything done about it till it was, going into his bones and everything like that. And as I read it, I laughed. Anyway,
Absolutely.
medicine.
One more death.
Oh,
One
yeah.
more big death.
Yeah, okay.
Eric von Däniken.
Oh, that's right. I did see that in the paper. Yeah.
Eric von Däniken. Knew who Eric von Däniken was?
No, I don't know who he. I know the name.
Charlie. I bet Charlie knows.
I know the name vaguely. I know the name vaguely.
I'm not a fan.
He was
obviously no. So Charlie, tell us who Eric von Däniken was as an astronomer.
He's kind of a fake astronomer.
Well, he's dead now, so you don't got to worry.
Wait a minute.
about it.
How can you be a fake?
I'll tell.
How can you be a fake astronomer?
Eric von Däniken wrote a book called Chariots of the Gods.
Oh, yes.
Where he supposed that the pyramids were built by aliens from another planet.
I remember.
And they actually have a movie based on, and the whole thing was just total bunkus. I mean, just like.
Was that the one where the natives what's the one where the natives in a jungle find a Coke bottle or something and they start worshiping it?
Oh, that's The Gods Must Be Crazy.
The Gods Must Be Crazy.
Oh, yeah.
The Gods Must Be Crazy. But anyway, no.
You have any good news, Tom?
Tom's telling us about dead people.
I'm sorry. I'll just finish up. I'll finish up. I'll just say that he believed that our civilization was built by aliens.
It was, yeah.
Well,
and he's dead.
Our civilization wasn't, but I do think they may have been here and built things. I think there is that possibility. And then they saw what this planet was and went, we don't need this. They went somewhere else. I mean, if people go, the aliens are going to come and they're going to, no, they don't want the Earth. What do they want to come here for? What have we got here? We just yell and scream at each other and call each other names and,
Can you imagine somebody like that coming here, never seen TV or anything, and watching Donald Trump on TV?
Well, God, I don't want to talk about him.
Okay, let's stop talking about him.
No, but we can't stop. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm just, come on. Already with this Donald Trump. What? He's gone crazy. The man is out of his mind.
He is. He's completely bonkers.
He's completely bonkers.
Milk, wonderful.
Huh?
I wish somebody would invoke or do whatever they have to do for the 25th Amendment.
He's not that far gone that you can prove. He's aced all those mental acuity tests.
Yeah.
He can identify it. He knows what a giraffe looks like.
I was just going to say.
He's in perfect health.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
He can tell the difference between a dog and a cat, so he passed.
He's 6'4", 230 pounds, perfect specimen.
You talking about him or you?
Now, how tall is his son now? 5'9", 6'9"?
6'9" or something. Yeah.
Boy.
That's
Wow.
not his son.
Oh, Brian. Don't start the
Well, my mother used to have a term she used to use. And she says, straighten up. You look like a schlump. He always looks like a schlump.
Yeah.
I keep remembering my mother's term, schlump. These guys walk along like this. Yeah. Amazing. Amazing.
That was Yiddish for dog pile.
Well, the latest thing is he's serious about Greenland.
Oh, yeah.
He's serious about it.
The minister of Greenland was on the news tonight, or whatever he is, and he says we're going to continue to talk about selling it to the United States.
No, he didn't.
No.
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 I don't know. I don't know which guy you saw. The guy I saw said, "No way, we're doing it."
It was on the radio, and so I didn't.
What
see
radio station was it? Phil?
No, KCBS.
Oh, BS. CBS.
Yeah.
KCBS.
Well, CBS is now owned by very right-wing people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't listen to the news very often. It was just background noise for me. And they said that the minister and Marco Rubio were working out deals, but they don't want to sell Greenland. But
well, that's what I said.
They also don't want a war with Donald Trump. So
well,
they continue to talk.
Well, they don't. I don't think they're ready and willing to tell Donald Trump to fold it 5 ways and put it where the sun don't shine.
I think he knows that because today he said, if we can't get them to sell it to us, we have other options. And if
he says we can do this the easy way or the hard way.
That's right. If you don't believe me, just look
the hard way is the hard way is he's coming to visit.
Yeah, really. But he said, just look at what I did to Venezuela. Can you imagine what I could do to Greenland?
Well, I know, but what did he do? He hasn't done anything.
I look at
But
Greenland.
He took their dictator.
I mean,
that's all.
if there's anybody listening to this show in Greenland, please excuse me when I say it looks like a pretty dull place to live.
Yeah, please call in if you're listening from Greenland.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
We'll bring you right
Show us
through.
your front lawn.
I mean, it really. I mean, it's not exactly the garden spot of the world.
Trump calls it a threat to the United States. Says, that Russia could take it over.
Yeah, and we don't
that's
want
what we-
Russia. Have you seen what he said? We don't want Russia that close to the United States.
Right.
Have
right.
you seen the Bering Strait?
Yeah,
40
really.
miles.
40
even
miles.
that-
Yeah.
40 miles.
Well, Greenland's a pretty big piece of
Sarah
property.
Palin can see
They
it
can
from
see,
her back
see Russia from her house. Yes.
Yeah, we can see Russia from her house, and she probably could.
Yeah, yeah. In the background, you see some turkey getting its head cut off.
Yeah, yeah. And then there's China. Boy.
Well,
Oh God. I just don't understand it all. I don't understand.
I think China would be
I don't
smart
understand
to
the
go to
fact
Denmark
that
and
he
buy it.
doesn't like the fact that people are getting killed demonstrating in Iran, but he doesn't care about it happening here. If it happens here, it's their fault.
Yep.
I just don't understand that. Please be president of the United States first, and don't go and become the. Did you see what he did on Wikipedia? There's a picture of him, and it says acting president of Venezuela.
Yep.
I
And
did.
he have these Make Iran Great Again hats.
And tomorrow, I believe the woman who actually won the election in Venezuela is going to be visiting the White House.
Oh, I wouldn't do that.
And she actually said she would give Trump her Nobel Prize. Or
He doesn't get the
I think
$1
she said,
million.
I think how she put it was she would dedicate it to him. Because the Nobel people said, no way you're selling that. No way you're giving that to somebody else. It's not non-transferable.
Right.
Can they take it back?
Well, Nobel was famous for nitroglycerin and dynamite. Maybe it comes with you open the package and it explodes.
Well, no, the reason he started the Nobel Prize was because he felt guilty about having invented dynamite.
Yep.
And
that family made a lot of money on it.
but that's why the Peace Prize is so important, is because it was created in with a wonderful feeling of remorse.
She's going to kiss Trump's ass so she can be named president, which she was voted to be president.
That's what should happen, of course.
Right.
That would be the right thing to do, but he has no intention of doing that.
Nope.
He said he doesn't consider her the president of Venezuela. And technically, well, not technically, so far as the vote went, she is.
That's right.
It's just that Maduro wouldn't let her, go there and be president.
Yeah.
So anyway, what else is happening? I'm trying to think what else is happening that's...
Imagine all the Venezuelans. We're not going to be sending them back because we're going to own Venezuela. It'll be the 52nd state or something like that.
Yeah, I guess so.
And then Guam, and then, come on.
No, if we went in there and did what we did, and now we said we're going to work to make sure a democracy gets installed in there, and everybody is happy with it, and they all get to vote and all of that, and we bring democracy to the country. When he gave his speech, there was not one mention of democracy. It was only oil this, oil that, more oil, we got oil.
I don't think he knows what democracy is.
And I think at one point, Rubio said something about democracy, and the next words out of his mouth were oil, 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 oil.
Well, I heard that Trump was going to move Rubio down there to run the country for the transition.
Mm-hmm. What transition?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
And also, in the thing in Greenland, he said, well, we're willing to buy it. What's with these business deals you're making? Will you please do something here first? Will you please be president of this country and do good works? Like today, he said that he was going to, he was going to do away with the Disabilities Act or something. And then the next hour, he changed his mind and said, no, we'll continue to supply money to disabilities.
Disabilities Act?
It's I can't remember what it was. I gotta, if I had my...
is a law passed by Congress.
If I had my iPhone here, I'd tell you exactly what he had said. He was he was going to stop funding, okay? And then about 2 hours later, he decided I know. It was something that had to do with mental health. It was something that had to do with mental health.
Child care.
No, it had to do with mental health.
Okay.
I think. And he thought about it, and he said, well, then we're going to have a lot of crazy people running around. And he should know better than anybody, you know, because he's the leader.
So the Health and Human Services, we'll use my iPhone. The Health and Human Services reversed the decision to cut $2 billion for mental health and addiction services. It's in the New York Times 52 minutes ago.
And that was what again?
They're going to reverse the $2 billion cut in mental health and addiction services.
Yeah, which they had cut earlier in the day.
Right. Well, 14 hours earlier.
Yeah.
On NPR, it says the Trump administration sends out a letter wiping out addiction and mental health grants.
Yeah. But you can't believe anything NPR says because they're not funded anymore.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyhow.
Oh boy.
Okay. Well, Kevin just posted an update on Patrick.
I just saw two.
Yeah, 7366.
7366. Okay. That's going okay. You know.
Yeah. I think you ought to raise the 24 to like 34 or something like that.
For the moment, I had to take off the thing on my.
But they put it into stages.
Yeah, I had a thing on my Facebook page. I mean, on my Gabnet page, but I had to take it off in order to fit in that the show. We're doing a third show.
I wondered what was missing and why that was there. Now I know.
What was it?
Patrick's was there. Yeah.
Yeah, Patrick's was there. But, you know, it's if anybody's listening to us and you want to give to Patrick Blazik, explain quickly, Kevin, since you actually set the GoFundMe, got the GoFundMe together, which was an adventure in itself for you. Tell them exactly what happened with Patrick. I mean, make it more concise than Patrick would do it.
Well, I don't want to give away all his medical issues, but he went in to get his heel fixed, and his heel ended up getting a chunk taken out of it. And when he was in the hospital, he developed some more sores and things. And he was doing good with physical therapy. This is a long story short. This was last September. This all started, and he got up to about a week ago. He went to the doctor, and they said that he was doing okay. And then just 3, 4, 5 days ago, they told him that one of the wounds is getting worse again.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Now he's a paraplegic, right?
Yeah.
Pardon?
No.
He's paraplegic, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's in a wheelchair, so they want to keep sending him home like every 4 or 5 days. They send him a thing and say, "You're no longer covered. You need to go home."
He's had 4 or 5 notices that they were going to end his coverage, and then he appealed it, and he's gotten like 6 appeals.
But the problem is it's like they don't even know that the guy's in a wheelchair. They send him home, he's going to need 24/7 care.
Yeah.
He's got to have somebody to take him to the bathroom, get him on and off his bed, move him over. He's in a 1-bedroom apartment on a 2nd floor. No room to move. He barely moves around his wheelchair anyway. But if you got a big hospital bed, which he would need, and a Hoyer lift to get him open, get him up and around, and someone to operate all that, he's going to need 24/7 care.
Sure.
So we kind of just put together an estimate of what it costs for 24/7 care, and then started the GoFundMe.
So far, the insurance is taking care of him.
Yes, but
so
he has
far.
to fight for it every 4 or 5 days, and it's driving him crazy.
Well, it's amazing he has to fight for it every 4 or 5 days. That makes no sense.
You're supposed to be getting well, yet you're stressing out over a bill that's going to come for $15,000 a month.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, if the insurance company gets wind of that he has a GoFundMe page,
well,
a lot of these companies will say that if you get money back, you have to pay it back to us.
That's right. And I won't go into details of what's going on to cover
Okay,
that.
no problem.
Yeah, I have two other friends. I have two other friends that are in wheelchairs, and one of my friends that I'm pretty close to, and Patrick and I have chatted a little bit too, and I mean the bills are crazy. So, but yeah, and one of them, that's the biggest issue that he's had all his life, is more than anything, is the sores that he gets from sitting so long, and you can't even imagine. So, yeah.
And by the way,
man,
thank you, Brian, for contributing.
Oh yeah, of course.
You did a nice little amount, and I think
no.
We thank you for that.
Of course, and I told you why, but yeah, it's
yeah. Well, I mean, so we're just asking people, what do? They go to GoFundMe and just put in Patrick Blaze?
I'll post it in the chat if you want. You can go in there. I'll post it in the chat in a minute here.
Yeah, but forget about that, because there are people just
go to
listening.
GoFundMe and search either my name or his name.
Yeah, Patrick Blazik or Kevin Stopper. Like
Stopper.
Yeah.
Like the plug.
And it will take you to his GoFundMe page, and you can contribute to. We know these are bad financial times, so if you can do like $25, fine. If you can do $50, fine. If you can do 10,000, that would be really nice, but we know you can't. So.
No, that's screwed up because you're the biggest.
No. Don't even mention it. Don't even mention it.
No.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, even the small amounts, when you have more people doing some small amounts, I mean, that adds up to a lot quick. So,
well, our friend Will Durst has had a GoFundMe page. I think he's probably raised over $400,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he spent every penny of it.
Yeah.
And again, it's crap. We shouldn't be having to go fund.
We shouldn't have to. GoFundMe should not have to exist.
No other major country in the world has to do this.
Nope.
I mean, there's just no reason for GoFundMe if a country takes care of its people. What's wrong with people who are sick being taken care of? Isn't that why don't we have a government so that we all chip in money and then people get paid if they're like sick? Or if they need
socialism.
Well, no, that's not socialism. You know what it's called? It's called humanism.
I know.
It really is. Caring about your fellow man.
People.
Yes.
Over a
I
million
do the
people
same thing. I wasn't quite as bad as that. But we're always
And
trying to
by
get
the
through.
way, Patrick is a staunch conservative.
Right.
And yet he knows there's certain parts of conservatism that just don't work very well. So
I mean, this kind of hits me because a couple months ago, although I'm not in a wheelchair, and I'm not in his position or anything like that, but a couple months ago, people were on the side of a freeway, parked and looking over the overpass into a ditch, and so I pulled over to the side, had a friend with me, and we went over to see what was going on. Somebody's car had broke down. They were in a wheelchair, and them in the wheelchair slid down this thing. And what they were waiting for, and I said, did somebody call the police or anything? No. So I got on my cell phone, called for emergency services. They had the highway patrol. They had no idea this had happened. And I got them coming, and I got a rope out of the back of my van, and I got a bunch of people, and we pulled the guy in his wheelchair out of the ditch by the time the highway patrol got there.
Wow.
What is so hard to do about that? Why can't people think about other people in times of need?
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't believe he's got 20 people standing there looking at him. He's in a wheelchair
They're
and it
doing the
did. So you
video
had
so
a
they
little bit of
can.
water in it, but it wasn't covering him.
They're doing a damn video so they can post the sucker.
Yeah, they're gonna
Oh.
social
Probably.
media. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably get all kinds of nasty hate mail now that I went and got a rope and out of my van and got these people to help pull him out of there. Assholes.
That's well, no, I mean, but that's the nature of the country we have created, and the
Yeah,
mentality
that's my
in this
point.
country in which people don't watch out for each other, and that's all. That's, I mean, why do we have a country here? Why do we have a thing where we pay taxes and all of that? It's to go to take care of this sort of thing,
Absolutely.
and
It's not now. It's to buy Greenland.
Well, it's like Patrick's not he's had physical problems most of his life, but he's never felt sorry for himself, and he's always been self-sufficient, and he's always taken care of himself. He's a conservative, right? And he believes in that. But now he needs help, and the government should be there for him.
Absolutely.
And that's it, plain and simple. And if you don't feel sorry about that, I don't know what you get sorry about. But if you can just give a little bit, anything.
And the problem is, if you this is a business, this whole hospital, surgeries, doctors, nurses, all that stuff is a business, right? But if you really go down and see how much that is costing the hospital or whatever that bill is, and then they juice that thing up so much, it's just ridiculous.
Well, I mean, none of that. All the terrible thing that's happening is happening in every sector of that story. What the hospital charges, what the insurance company is willing to pay. In his case, the biggest problem is he has Medicare Advantage, and that is not good.
No.
If you have Medicare tells the hospital, this is what you're going to charge, and this is what we're going to pay, and they pay 80% of it, and you have to pay the other 20%. Now, you may have to go out and get other supplemental insurance and so on to help take care of it, but nonetheless, they can't say no to Medicare. Well, he doesn't have Medicare. He has Medicare Advantage. And when you take Medicare Advantage, what happens to you is you lose your Medicare. Your Medicare is now the responsibility of the insurance company, and Medicare pays the insurance company to take care of you. And guess what? Medicare is just trying to survive, okay? The insurance company wants to make a profit, and they're not going to make a profit if they just let you skate, okay? And in the case of Patrick, he has Advantage, all right? And that's the problem.
It's too bad that he doesn't have a Medicare Advantage through Kaiser.
Well, but you see, you're very lucky. You've got Kaiser.
Right.
That's
Right.
part of a service they offer.
Oh, yeah, they do a
Okay.
much better job than
Yeah,
regular
yeah.
Medicare.
But normal Advantage, if you want Blue Cross
Right. Oh, yeah, I've heard the story.
Medicare Advantage, forget it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
somebody thought, however rightly or not rightly so to shoot the guy who was the head of that company.
Maybe
a
we
lot
ought to
of
do that more often.
you didn't hear anybody saying how terrible.
Then Tom would have another death to talk about.
Yeah. But
So speaking of GoFundMe, the guy who yelled at Trump, say he was a pedophile at the Ford plant, they have a GoFundMe, like $375,000 has been raised for that guy. The Ford suspended him.
who swore,
Trump
but
called
the
somebody a pedophile?
the UAW is challenging that and saying he had every right to say what he said.
Free
His
speech,
right
right?
as an American,
Yeah.
Right.
and we will defend him as a union for having said that. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, but they
conversely,
GoFundMe 300.
Conversely, you know how much the guy who shot what's her name in Minneapolis has gotten to it in a GoFundMe?
No.
I think almost $1 million.
Oh, God.
They haven't even arrested this guy yet, have they?
No.
No, they haven't put him on administrative leave either. I mean, he's
Yes,
just.
they have.
They have?
Yeah.
I had heard that.
It's policy. even local police
You sure?
departments.
You sure he's on administrative leave?
Well, I read it the other day.
Okay, all right, I
Yeah.
believe you.
I
Yeah,
believe
I heard today that
they
he
ought to
had-
take his freedom from him right now.
Okay, I heard that he had that
until he
hadn't
goes to
happened.
trial.
Was that the
okay,
Minneapolis one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're not technically law enforcement, so did
That's
they
right.
get that same rule?
That's right.
Yeah.
By the way, the certain people are now claiming that he had injuries.
Yeah, he said something about his
just-
stomach today or
His
something
stomach.
like that.
I have watched that video over and over and over again, and I've yet to see anybody get hit by that car.
Nope.
And there's another shot now of somebody further behind me. He's leaned in on the car. Ay.
Yeah, but he leaned into the car to shoot her.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he wasn't.
They said he had a scrape. The very first day, they said he had a scrape on his arm, and they released him right away. That was within 15 minutes after the.
But now he was hit in the stomach, and it was really terrible.
Oh yeah, and he's got a hangnail too.
Yeah, that's why he was walking so sprightly down the street after the incident.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Went after
I have
this
looked
other
at
fucking
it. I
bitch.
don't see anybody getting hit in any of the videos.
So let me add something to this real quick that I haven't seen in any mainstream video. I have an insurance company that protects me and a lot of my friends, retired or active duty, against using deadly force for defense attorneys. It's a big law firm. They put out a video, and they got a video of this car sitting there, and 4 or 5 agents standing next to the left side of the car, the driver's side, and the driver's side, and they kept saying, "Shut the car off, stop the car, stop the car," and they weren't these lawyers from this company. I won't mention their name, but this company were not defending what he did. They were just saying that if it goes to court, this might be his defense. But if you look at, they pointed something out. If you look at where the left-hand front tire was, it was pointing to the left. And so if she had taken off, she would have ran into 4 or 5 agents standing right next to the car.
No, but
Is that justification to shoot and kill somebody?
When you're yelling at somebody and you're
I don't
pointing
think
guns
so.
at them and so on, they start to panic. And that's exactly what happened in her case. But she didn't hit anybody.
Right. This case, well, you get tunnel vision. This case, this guy that shot her is a 10-year veteran of ICE. So he's not one of the people that they moved through the academy in 6 weeks. This guy's
Well, this is a guy
You know what?
who, back in September, I think, he got dragged by somebody in a car because he put his whole body
yeah.
into the car and then just didn't let go. And so he had 99 stitches or something. So
Something.
they say
Well,
they
there's
say
a
he
way to
was
solve
he-
that. Run into the barricade in the center and he'll be gone.
Yeah, no, but what happens is they said that's maybe what caused him to be overzealous about this. And I'm thinking, if that happened to him, you take him off the line until you realize that mentally he's capable of going back. Otherwise, put him on a desk job.
That's
you
right.
know?
But my algorithm hit a couple days ago all these ICE incidents, and there's just these guys. It's like the Wild Wild West. These guys are escalating things immediately. They're not going through and talking to them. They're like pounding
just
on
bullies.
doors.
They're just bullies.
And the windows and trying to break the windows to tell people to get out of the car. They're going to people at charging stations, and because they're dark and they have an accent, they start. I want to walk around with an accent. Hopefully, one of these ICE guys will try to tackle me.
Well, the thing is,
That's what I said. I'm going to go down to Home Depot and stand there with a shovel.
Then they'll be driving Cadillacs if they attack you, Brian.
But the thing is that if you look at it, I mean, it's just amazing that this whole group of people, ICE, are just not there's something very wrong about them. And police go through a great deal more training. I don't care if this guy was with ICE for 10 years. I bet he didn't get as much training as an average policeman would get becoming a policeman.
Well, you also got to
Probably
think
not.
about the fact that he probably may have gotten that training 10 years ago, number
Right.
one. And number two, he's got a bunch of fucking new guys coming around him saying, we're going to go do this, we can do that, we can do this, we can do that. And he just goes along with it or gets dragged into it. And it's the same freaking thing.
How many of these guys who are with ICE right now were members of right-wing groups that attacked the
Proud Boys? That's
yeah,
part of the
Proud
recommendation.
I think that's a
requirement to get in.
I think that's a way to get into the 6-week training academy.
Show your card.
But Alex, wasn't there something in the? I think there were like a couple times where there were things like that like New York police can start interrogating somebody just because of how they looked and stuff like that. I thought there was
Not
like
legally.
this pure.
in New York.
Not legal.
Yeah.
I don't think so in New York.
No,
Not
what was it
legally.
called? Something in. Okay, I gotta
Because they
remember,
were
but
doing, they're doing this still in Minneapolis. They're dragging people out of the cars. I'm an American.
Yeah.
Prove it. I mean,
Give me your papers.
yeah.
People are carrying their passports
It makes
around,
me
too.
it makes me increasingly sad that this is going on.
This is going on because Trump is encouraging it and Trump is allowing it to go on.
Well, they feel they have freedom to do what they're doing because Trump is okaying it.
Yeah, absolutely. You didn't hear all these problems with ICE before Trump got in office.
No.
They did their job to the best of their ability for most part. They went after criminal immigrants.
And if they were too pushy like they are now, it would have been stopped.
Right, absolutely. But Trump wants his Gestapo. He's got it. They're called ICE.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
Well, that combined with the Venezuela thing, combined with the Greenland thing.
See, these guys got six weeks training. A lot of these ICE agents. I went to the academy. This is 40 years ago, but I went to the academy and it was 6 or 7 months.
Yeah.
Well, the unfortunate
Training.
thing is you don't have to have any training to be president of the United States.
That's obvious.
Yeah, there's no training for that.
Well, this guy had training. He was president once before.
You
and the
could
people
say
in the
that,
country didn't
but I don't
huh?
think he passed very well. He didn't study the whole thing very well.
No, that's for
You
sure.
know, I'm just amazed at any of this goes on.
Me too.
And it disappoints me because, as I say, I grew up in America. I was schooled in America, and I was taught that we were better than this.
Yep.
I guess I was wrong, because all along the way, I've had things happen in my lifetime where I went, wait a minute, this is not right. I mean, we can go back to the McCarthy era, for crying out loud. That was a horrible time in our country. And, I mean, we can go to any number of things and point them out and say, pretty terrible what was going on. But this is about as bad as I remember it, okay? And believe me, the McCarthy era was pretty terrible. It was pretty terrible. But it was a thing that kind of, I guess, set my political feelings in motion because I saw what was going on, and it bothered me no end. But anyway, it's what am I going to say? I'm going to get depressed if I keep going on like this. So let's play the theme. Boy, always good to see you. What is on you? What's your
what's your shirt? Is that
what's
new?
your shirt today?
Well, that's not a good sign.
Oh, it's a bad sign.
It's bad.
And that's not a good sign, and it says bad. Oh, okay. Marjorie got a shirt. I think I mentioned it the other day, and it says, Alexa, please change presidents,
Oh,
That's a good one. Okay.
which is not a bad idea to have it be able to do that, too.
You could probably get away with walking around New York with that on.
Well, I don't know if she's walked around with it yet. I'm careful with what I wear when I walk
I
around.
don't know.
So
You
do
know?
I.
Anyway, hey, listen, thank you, Charlie, for being here tonight. Appreciate it. Always a good thing when you're here. And thanks to Kevin for his participation tonight. Brian, always a pleasure. Tom, great to see you here. And then, of course, there's Alan. Anyway, only kidding, Alan.
It's okay. Alex.
We appreciate your participation. Anyway, everybody, give a big wave goodbye. I'll give a big wave goodbye at you, and we'll see you later. Hey, listen, guess who's next? Amy Manuel is next over most of the same Gabnet, and she will be doing her program, taking your calls on Zoom. You go to our Gabnet page, go to column 3, down at the bottom of column 3, there are a bunch of names. Click on hers. That will zoom you over to her and to her panel. I'll see you again tomorrow night. Same time, same station in life, and in the meantime, if you see her, of course, tell her I love her, okay? Good night, everybody.